This, oh Steve, comes to us from Derek Thomas. Hip hop hooray, oh Steve. What's up, A&A and Millennial Mark? Here's another oh Steve. This oh Steve is dedicated to some of the pioneers and trailblazers in hip hop. Grandmaster Flash, Eric B. and Rakim, MC Light, DJ Kool Herc, Slick Rick, DJ Kid Capri, Queen Latifah, Run DMC, Salt and Pepper, Boogie Down Productions, Curtis Blow, Melly Mel, LL Cool J, Dougie Fresh, Big Daddy Kane, Public Enemy, NWA. Naughty by Nature said it best when they said, I live and die for hip-hop. This is hip-hop of today. I give props to hip-hop. So hip-hop, hooray, ho, hey, oh, Steve.
Spears and Steinberg. You know what the it is? Aries and Andy, Chew and the Jerk. You know it's time to get this work. The real raw, gutter, uncut, cold. No political corrections. Always sleep. Being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes. Scribe, we lit. There's levels to this before you was on your mama. Aries Spears don't give a fuck. We talk about race a lot, racism. Much love to my loyal bag holders, rollers, loaders. We got them in the folders. The whole world on our shoulders. Spears and Steinberg. Yeah.
How'd you like that one?
I did like that one.
That was like last week's MC Hammer. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, Steve.
Yeah, but this one had a little bit more flow to it.
I was just picturing in my head the ho, hey, yeah. Rami Yahoo. The Bat Signal, Forced Porn Titles, Horror Edition. Dear Mr. Spears, GTA, and Miss Mark. Miss Mark. Rami, the artist, checking in like I do every 8 months or so. I've been in deep thought about proposing to my lady now of 5 years. So after the signal was shining, I had to come out of hiding to throw in my little 2 cents on 2 separate thoughts. To start, would I cuck once or take a huge loss on resources? Cuck, C-U-C-K. Is that a real thing?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Cuck.
It's when you watch another dude your wife.
Oh.
That's what you were talking about.
Oh. Easy. Okay. All of can be replaced, but the image and sound of my broad getting folded would be completely burned into my conscience forever. And you know what, dude? Those are the proper words. Folded. Yeah, that'll put a mark on you. Making things worse, we would still be married, so I'd still have to look at her every day and be reminded of what my dumb ass did that one time a while back. It seems like I would just have to accept divorce and take the blame for ruining the marriage. Lastly, Aries, please tell me you smashed Kyla. LOL. I already know that coochie would have me hollering out like Lexington Steele with blonde. Get back up with y'all in 8 months. Much love. P.S. Mark reminds me of Kip from Napoleon Dynamite. Great addition to the Spearsburg pod. Is that the main character?
No, Kip is the his older brother, isn't it? I think it's his older brother.
Bonus porn titles.
Or his uncle. I think it's his uncle. Go on.
Bonus porn titles. I Know Who You Last Summer. Starring Jennifer Love.
That's good.
That is good. Starring Jennifer Love, Huge Nips, and Sarah Michelle Wetter. I like those.
That's good.
Yeah. And Candy Ass, starring Tony Rod and Donna.
He led with the great one.
Yeah. Candy Ass. It's white women who want to be by a black dude, except he don't have a penis where his penis should be. His penis is where the hook is. So when they want to be by a black guy, they say his name 3 times. Candy Ass, Candy Ass, Candy Ass. And then he appears and he just fists him and with his fist.
His fist?
His fist. His is where his fist would be.
That would be a better Sandman from
Spider-Man?
yeah.
But it don't have the same funniness to it.
Yeah, and it's dry. It's very dry.
Ooh. As punishment, because you're just a dirty little he dries you out so you can't keep other dudes. So he rams you with his sand fist. And by the time he's done, your is granules.
It's done.
It's done.
You know, the thing that we said, though, like, it would be fair. Like, if you got caught cheating
Yeah.
and you wanted to stay in that relationship, Sue, it would be fair to let your girl
Fuck somebody else.
Yes, because that would be fair.
Wait. Say that again?
It would be fair. Like, in the scheme of things,
Right.
you get caught cheating.
Yeah.
You want to keep the relationship.
Right.
And she said, well, then I get to someone else, and you have to watch.
Right.
The watching part is the part that kills you. Well, first of all, because I don't think that if I watched my girl someone else, I could never fuck her again.
Let me ask you this.
I couldn't definitely go down on her.
What's scarier? If you're stranded in the middle of the ocean, seeing the sharks or not seeing the sharks? But you just feel bumps on your leg.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I think there's a reality seeing the shark.
So what I'm getting at is you say that, but what's more torturous to the mind? Seeing a dude or she's a dude, but you don't see it. But she tells you like independent. What's that movie? The Proposal, Indecent Proposal. She goes, all right, on this day at this time, this dude's gonna be me on a Friday at 3 p.m. And it's Friday 3 p.m. You ain't watching, but whatever you doing, you driving to the store, you at the car mechanic. At 3 p.m. your is getting folded.
Folded is a great word.
You know what I'm saying? What's more torturous, not seeing it or seeing it?
I still
rather
think
see
seeing
it.
it. I think seeing
Seeing
it.
it?
Because in your head, you're probably like concocting all these ideas of like, oh, she's enjoying this like way more. Or
Then
she's
that's
putting
more
on-
torturous.
Yeah. So,
But if she's actually
see it.
enjoying it and you see it, then
Yeah.
I think that
you can still heckle from the chair.
That's
too.
what I was gonna say,
No,
can you?
no man is stupid enough or naive enough to go, she ain't enjoying it if you ain't seeing it. Oh, he's awful. No, you gonna think, yo, he's doing shit I can't do.
Well, first of all, I think that if that is the rule and I have to watch, there's no rule like I can't play the trombone. Well,
Nah, son, you can't do that.
Because the trombone, you can play with that.
No. Because if you do that, it takes away from the seriousness of
It
the
does.
moment. So you have to watch, dude.
I think the thing that's the hardest, though, and this is something that they don't talk about, but it's out there when you watch what was the one that you just said?
Indecent Proposal.
That's the $1 million one, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that's hard about this, the $1 million one, the reason this movie's so good is what it does is Woody Harrelson's a great character and he plays this completely correctly. Because if you're going to let your girl do that, and you're not, and it's going to happen. The problem is the way the characters are set up. He might not be a better person, but he's better suited in life. Robert Redford.
Oh, yes.
So
he's got the yacht. He's got the
money.
money.
He's
the
got
suit.
suit. He's good looking.
In that pimp line, when she's on the yacht, she goes something about either the weather or the daytime. She goes, oh, can you change the weather too? He goes, I'm working on it.
So and so even if that happened, Woody, the Woody character, he has to know, like she had it all, like
Or the threat of having it all. Right.
that's the and so she's accepted. This is the joke that I've been doing, pussy value. She's accepted less.
This is where and now that we're talking about this movie, you got to take your hat off to Woody Harrelson as an actor, because the two moments in this movie that I would almost deem Oscar worthy is when he accepts that she's going to do this, but then at the last second he can't handle it and he goes running after her, and by the time he gets to the roof, the helicopter's already leaving. Because if he was able to get there in time, he was going to say, man, f this. But then there was that other moment where they have a fight where she's working on the garden, and he just can't take it. So he's forcing her. Tell me, was it good? And and this is some women do. I don't understand. Ladies, lie. Don't ever tell them the truth. We can't handle the truth. She goes, yes, and she starts crying. And she goes, yes, what do you want me to say? It was good? It was good. And she means it. It was good. Why would you tell your man that? There's certain things you lie about and you stick with that lie till you die. No, it wasn't good. He wasn't as good as you.
Was it good? It wasn't you.
That's still no.
No.
That's slick.
That's as
close. You know the
that's
truth.
as close as you can get to that rail.
You got to tell me no. I want you to tell me no. Because if you tell me he wasn't you, in my mind, I'm going, that's some slick women say to try to make you believe.
Yeah.
But I see through that. That's a lie.
But in this movie, when we were saying this, Woody Harrelson was underused as an actor. I think he was. I think he had more to give.
In this?
No, in movies.
Oh, and overall.
Yeah, because they kept putting him in little comedies and things because of his other character.
Right.
He was a great actor.
I believed it. That scene, I'm telling you, where him and Demi Moore argue about what the sex was like, I could feel his pain, dude. I could feel his pain as a man. And now, if Robert Redford was just some regular ass motherfucker, well, then I guess the movie wouldn't stand the same because the whole point was he gave her $1 million. But if he was just some regular dude, what would be the reason she would f him?
Well, let's say that he even gives her $1 million, but he's like goofy,
like a nerd, like disgusting, a fat.
No, he doesn't have to be fat,
no,
but he has to be
a rich, sloppy, fat.
Yeah.
But the threat that he's Robert Redford, he's good looking, he's got all that money, he's charismatic.
He's smooth.
He's smooth. All of that to you is layers of his.
Well, yeah, there's emotional connection too. It ain't just.
It
ain't supposed to be an emotional connection.
Yeah, it's supposed to be just
sex. And she said that to him in the argument. It wasn't my mind. It wasn't my soul. It was just my body.
There he is running up there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you agree with this, don't be a little. Just.
He didn't agree with it. No,
well, he did agree with it.
But no, he didn't. Robert Redford did some shady shit and got the loan. He bought the bank so he could have the loan. So he had control.
But that was after the fact to save their house.
Yeah, but he
was doing all that smooth to get the for real.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, dude. I But then going back to what the challenge was. If you go that, I can't watch my wife another. She's taking half of your the kids, everything. So you be okay with that? Half? The kids? Your family is over.
Take the kids. Let me keep my.
No, she's getting everything.
I went through a divorce, dude. So,
but you also aren't a CEO millionaire.
No.
So that's what I'm saying.
We'll split the comic books.
We'll split the comic books.
I had a good art collection at the time.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. It was decent.
In the divorce, can they just go after that too?
Yeah, they can take everything. They got to prove you have it, though.
I wonder how true this is that you could do this. There's some athletes that put everything in their mother's name.
Yeah, but if it's theirs and it's in their mother's name, there's some still legal things. You have to protect yourself better than just put it in your mom's name.
I mean, like I think that's like what just putting it in a trust would be.
Yeah.
So if you get married and it's in a trust, it's a little bit more guarded.
But when you get married, everything that you have is supposed to be yours. And then if you get divorced, if you had it before you got married, it's not community property.
Dude, did you ever hear the funny story Eddie Murphy told on, I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, about how the money advice that James Brown gave him?
No.
He goes, I remember first.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, say this is great.
This is so funny. He goes, I remember the first time I met James Brown, and James Brown goes, Eddie, you really want to be successful, you got to stop all that cussing. Stop all that cussing. And also, you got to be smarter with your money. He goes, you got $1 million? He goes, yeah. He goes, take it and bury it in the woods. I go, well, why would I take it and bury it in the woods? That way the government don't know where it is. He go, yeah, but can't they take your land? Yeah, but they don't know where the money is. He said, and that's the kind of advice I got from people before I, you take your money and bury it in the woods. Why would I bury it in the woods? Because it's cool. The government can't get it if it's buried in the woods. Can't they take your land? Yeah, but they don't know where the money is. Like, that was
How do you think that was? Do you think he really said that?
Yes.
Exactly like that?
Yes. He's from Augusta, Georgia, nigga. A poor nigga from Augusta, Georgia. Hell yeah, he gonna say some shit like that.
Someone should go to James Brown's property and
Right?
start digging.
His estate, right? But they don't know where the money. Mr. Brown, where is the money? Right there. It's right there. Aye. Closer you get to the money, it's like, what if they had a metal detector that could detect a paper detector, and the closer you get, aye.
You know your money, that strip in there has a little metal in it.
Does it really?
Yeah, then
Boy, these Jews know everything.
no, that's what the government did to put that in there. So that's why, like, people can't take money on a plane the same way they used to do because it'll set off the metal detector.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I be having big wads of cash with me
No,
going
it's
through
on
the. I probably shouldn't have
Not
divulged
big
that
enough.
information.
No,
well, there you go.
There's people that used to run money so that you put on like pantyhose, and then put your money on, and then put your clothes on.
This message has been brought to you by GTA Andy.
But you can't do that anymore.
Now I just leave the money at home.
Now it's gonna go off. You can't leave the money at home if you
Just wear the pantyhose.
If you went and
That's
picked
what
up,
I'm saying.
you went and picked up the money somewhere else. Oh, just wear the pantyhose. Yeah, you could just wear the pantyhose if you want. Make you feel like you had money in there.
Isaiah the character. Sup, Aries, it's your boy Isaiah the character. You still got me blocked. I'm 26 from Montgomery, Alabama. You got to stop giving the South the ball, LOL. When are you coming to Bama? Ooh, have a good one, Aries and Andy. I'm glad Mark is on the podcast. Cool, dude. Dude, I told you I want to unblock you. I just don't know how.
Why did you block him?
Because at some point he might have said some silly.
We should unblock this.
I want to. I don't know how.
We'll show you afterwards.
All right. See, these two Jews is going to take you out of jail. Your attorneys, Silverstein and Steinberg.
That is a good name for a law firm, though.
Silverstein and Steinberg. Sounds like somebody you can trust.
That's the tagline.
Sounds like somebody you can trust until you find out they're Jews.
Are you on the Epstein list?
Publis.
I wish I was on that Epstein list
Why? What's the upside to being on that?
because that meant I had some money and that I was actually available.
Publius Rosa. Theo Huxtable's Black Sabbath. Imagine if Cosby's show integrated the great Bill Cosby shadow and he was and drugging women and treated, and Theo was all of Denise's friends, and I, the milk chocolate sex machine, got the Lisa Bonet. The MILF version as War Pigs played in the background. Lisa Bonet, Laquan Chenault wants to do a scene with Zoe Kravitz's mom and listen to Black Sabbath. I don't know where this email is going.
Neither do I, but I'm kind of disappointed in it already.
Speaking of that, and this R.I.P. to Malcolm Jamal Warner and Ozzy Osbourne, I think that first Black Sabbath album is one of the greatest debuts of any artist in and out of music. Ozzy was a trailblazer and a badass original. I think I would still his wife and Bruce Jenner's if I get into the GILF phase. Question. Who do you guys think is the greatest son of the TV sitcom? I would put Theo Huxtable and Kevin Arnold on a short list. Peace and Genius, the homeless one. It's the same dude with a different name? Hey, I'm about to ban this.
Is it the same dude?
Yes, because he calls himself the homeless one.
Well, All I know is that as soon as you bring up Lisa Bonet,
Oh, the movie.
no, just in your time, she's in my mind, she's still very high on my list. That's my crush from that age group.
Dude, I recently saw a picture of her. She was sitting down in a squat position, and she ain't had no shoes and socks on. Nigga, her feet. Oh, Lord, her feet.
We're decked up.
Her toes were humongous. Feet look swollen and dirty.
I don't see her that way. I see her as a Huxtable. Dude, I was so jealous of Lenny Kravitz.
I'm not.
I'm not talking about. When I was that age. You were really young when that was happening.
Oh, yeah.
I was the age where I was like, man, I would have life.
What was it? Angel Heart? Is that the name of the movie?
I think so.
With
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah,
You know, Cosby was so mad at her for doing that.
Yeah. And this is where the hypocrisy comes in.
With him?
Yeah. He's mad at her for making a movie where she's nasty.
And he's doing the most filthiest shit ever.
Nasty. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the hard part, man. This is what's hard about separating the two.
Who was the comedian that was... Who was the comedian telling this story? Some comedian was telling a story where he said he worked with Bill, and Bill was the most meanest... It was the most meanest experience he ever had. And then it was something... Oh. And then he did some show where Bill was in the audience, and he made a bunch of Cosby jokes, and Bill didn't like it at all. So it was the uncomfortable part was... We both were on this. Whoever paid for the show had him flown private jet. He goes, me and Bill were on the same plane ride back, and Bill didn't say one word to me. So he goes, finally we get off. We get to the private airport. We get off the plane. As we go to our cars, I just finally look over at Bill and go, hey Bill, I just want to say you're an icon. And I really enjoyed being in your presence. And he goes, Bill just went and left.
You know. Again, don't meet your heroes. And he, as much as I enjoyed him, and as much as my first comedy introduction is Bill Cosby. Why Is There Air?
Yeah,
that's really like that and Cheech and Chong, Nice Dreams.
Yeah,
I think Nice Dreams it was different. It was the album. I forgot what it was, but it was at the same time Nice Dreams was out. This is but those were but Bill Cosby. I couldn't get enough Bill Cosby after that. I listened to Chicken Hearts all the time, and then Richard Pryor came along. That was different, that was a different piece to me. But that Bill Cosby, I just think that if you met him, he's such an elitist kind of graduated from Temple, the way his and that image, don't do the things you don't do. But then that guy in the background, I think that image is part of what was hiding the darkness of Cosby.
Bill Cosby seems like one of them dudes where you either have to meet him at the right set of circumstances, or you have to meet him through someone. To just be a random dude off the street, I get the sense that he's cold like that.
Yeah, but and not that these guys have anything to do with each other. But that's how I feel like would Michael Jordan would be.
And that's why I'm terrified if I ever met Mike.
You have to meet Michael Jordan through somebody.
It got to be Shaq or Barkley or somebody going, hey, Mike, this right here, blah, 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 blah. And Mike will give you the love. But to just be able to go, yo, Mike, what would I see? Yeah, I saw a clip on Instagram. Mike's in his Ferrari, and some dudes drive up. And they're kind of on the freeway, in the street. And they just go, goat, Mike, you the goat. And Mike just did like this. He went, vroom, and took off. I hear them stories, dude, and I just go, word.
I think the other way you can meet Jordan is if you're a golfer. If you're a real golfer.
Somewhere in his atmosphere.
Yeah.
Right.
It can't have anything to do with basketball. It can't. There's no way he wants to discuss basketball or be a part of basketball with some random. It has to be some way, like golf, cigars. If you had some cigars, I think he'd talk to you for a second.
Listen, on the flip side, I could understand totally how you're one of the most recognizable faces in the world. You're one of the most popular, the shoes, the clothes people wear. You'd have to get tired of that.
Yeah.
Michael, go. You'd have to. That's why I said in that one clip when the girl goes, I love you. And he goes, I know. You hear it all day. So I could get that. But I'm just like, when you go, be careful how you're meeting your heroes. I'm sure everybody thinks their interaction with him is unique. And for me to be able to go, hey, man, you have the inspiration that you have been. How many times? What are you going to say that he hasn't heard?
It's because it's always a one-side interaction. It's a big moment for them, and it's not a moment for you.
It's not a moment for him, Jordan.
Yeah, at all. How can you? Everybody else is, like, okay, when we go on stage, when I go on stage, this is very different from you. They came to see you, so they're excited to see when you come up. There's a,
Yeah.
When I come up, I really get a sense of who that audience is, because they're either going to give up because they're coming for comedy and they're going to be okay. This is his opener. I trust Aries. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Not good. I get a sense of who they actually are. Jordan, every time he goes anywhere, they're coming with your energy. Like, if I came out on the stage and they gave me your energy, what would that do to me? You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, oh, I don't deserve this. But Jordan's different. Jordan, every time he goes anywhere, everybody comes at him with this. If he wanted to go get a hamburger, you go get a hamburger. You go, okay, I take the number one. Can I get the Coke? Jordan walks in and goes, hey, can I get the number one? Jordan, you get anything. You want me to put extra fries? I'll give you number one, the number two. You don't have to pay.
Right.
They meet him with an energy that is beyond. He just wanted a burger.
Right.
So every time you go to get a burger, you'd have to imagine leaving your house, go, I want to get a burger, but I don't want to. I can't walk in there.
Go through that.
I can't walk in there. That's just too much. I want extra pickles. I don't want extra love. I just give me my burger.
Yeah, it was funny. Like in The Last Dance when they said when he got the food poisoning, because he ordered the pizza.
Yeah.
And his trainer goes, 5 guys to deliver 1 pizza. Like, they knew where they were staying. And the crazy part is, what did you think? That Jordan himself was going to come to the door to pay for the pizza? You had no shot of seeing him. None. But there are 5 dudes who went, yo, we about to deliver pizza to Michael Jordan's room. Let's go see. What'd you think was going to happen? That nigga was in another part of the hotel. You couldn't even get... They did this shit. What did you think you were going to see? Come on, man.
You had as much chance of seeing him as Ray Charles.
Come on, B. Like Ray. Get out of here.
But could you imagine? Everywhere you go, that's the reaction. It wouldn't have any meaning to you.
And like I said, I say I want that.
No, you don't.
No. Here's what I'm saying. I say I want that, but I think what I really want is just to see what it's like. Then after I go, oh, this is... Nah, I'm cool.
But you can't...
But I just want to see what that's like.
But there's no going back after that point. There's no going back.
Oh, yeah, there is. There's ways you can get back.
Yeah, but...
Kill your wife and a waiter.
Yeah, but... No, he still got that kind of attention when he was out there. People still wanted to marry that dude. They were sending him letters.
Women are sick, dude.
Dude, I'm just saying that you don't get a peek at that world, and very few people can handle it. Very few people can handle it.
Right.
Who do you think is okay with that world? Can you think of any? The only one I can think of really that seems like they've come out unscathed, but I'm sure they're f***ed up in some way. Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah. A Beatle.
But why you say him?
Because he seems to be doing okay in life. He did get f***ed over in the relationship game, but he seems happy. He's been married. He's had a life.
Right.
But he doesn't seem like he's angry at people or that he's unapproachable. I can't think.
But he's not at the height of Beatledom.
When he was, though, he still seemed to manage it.
Right.
And he still can't go anywhere.
You think Paul McCartney can't go nowhere?
I don't think he can go anywhere.
Oh, yeah, I think you're wrong.
I don't
if,
think...
If he walked in an airport, I don't even know that a bunch of people would be like, yo, that's Paul McCartney.
I think they would.
Nah, son.
He's too famous.
He's too out the game. He's too out the game.
Young people wouldn't know who he was, but I think people would know who he is.
It'd have to be people his age and that were a fan of his. I don't even think the average white Joe would look and go, that's Paul McCartney.
I think he's still relevant. He's still seen.
He ain't Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger is somebody, if you saw in public, you go, that's Mick Jagger.
Okay, let's see.
Paul McCartney looks like he could blend into a sea of white men.
Well, maybe that's why he isn't that up. Maybe because he has been able to blend in. But do you think Mick Jagger can walk down the street? No problems? I think he could.
Depending on where. New York City, no problem.
Muhammad Ali couldn't walk down the street.
We talking about a stratosphere of a human being now. That's Muhammad Ali.
Couldn't walk anywhere without.
Ali was a world changer. McCartney ain't Jagger ain't a world changer.
Well, and Ali didn't. See, he got left alone a little bit more when he was.
When he finally got to that age.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, man, that just seems like a. As amazing as it sounds, it comes with so much.
I just want a taste. Just a taste.
I wouldn't even want to be in.
Give me a taste of the cocaine off the drug dish. Just get a taste. You ain't got to bring me a key, a brick. Just a little.
Dude, you get a taste when we were walking in Philadelphia and the public bus stops and the bus driver gets out and goes, Aries Spears.
But that happens once in a while. In a Jordan life, that happens all the time.
So how would you like to be the guy that's accused of stopping traffic and up the city? That would be Jordan. That's not what you want.
I think I do. I think I do. Nick Puente. I don't understand something. What up, gents? As my email is titled, I don't understand something. I don't understand why Aries keeps getting nick-picked by 9 to 5 on social media. Y'all must love trolling wealthy people, and that's sad. How does Aries' opinion of someone's artistry make him a hater? Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Is it because it's not your opinion? Exactly. Personally, I am a fan of Ice Cube's music and some of his movies, not all of them, but that doesn't give me the right to call another man a hater because he has a difference of opinion. Let me tell you what I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of assholes who buy front row tickets to a comedy show, then get offended when they become a part of the show. That's why you bought those seats. Deal with the consequences. Case and point. I went to a show Aries and Andy did in Denver. I sat front row to the left of the stage. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't belligerent. I enjoyed the show and was left alone. I knew the consequences and accepted them. Aries looked right at me, said nothing to me because I didn't interrupt the goddamn performance. If you sit front row and do some annoying and laugh like a hyena on crack, you will be with. If you don't like it, you can sit your soft ass in the back like a good little. Leave this man alone and get your lives together. This new generation sucks. Sorry for the long read, Nick. Brother, you preach it to the whole motherfucking choir.
I think he hit everything on that.
Yeah, I it's an opinion, and this hate thing is thrown so loosely. And you know what's funny? I know you're not gonna remember, but there's a comedian, black dude, who when I would perform in Ontario, sometimes he would come in the back of the green room to say hello. Named Scruncho. You don't remember, right?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay. Anyway, this is a little local LA. And I DM Scruncho because as I'm scrolling through YouTube, I see the clip. Scruncho says Aries ain't for the Ice Cube backlash. And I DM Scruncho and I left him a message. Hey, so Scruncho, man, I have never disrespected you. I have never spoke ill will of you. Every time I see you, I've always shown you nothing but love. What would make you do that? And I'm asking, it's rhetorical because I know why you're doing it. You're doing it because you want to ride off my coattails to hope that you make a video that goes viral. Because it ain't going to go viral because of you. No one knows who the you are. But the Ice Cube thing is kind of making noise. People know who I am. So you attach yourself to this to try to make a name for yourself. And the part that killed me was I thought to myself, man, I ain't even gonna watch this clip. But then curiosity got the best of me. And I turned it off immediately when I started watching it because it defined everything that's wrong with today's generation. The guy starts off, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, with us right now to talk about the Ice Cube Aries Spears controversy is the legendary Scruncho. I went, legendary? So we just throwing words around now. GOAT, legendary. And like with hater, this is a word, legendary, that is so misused and abused. No one knows who the Scruncho is. You're not known anywhere. You're a local LA comic. You've never been on TV. You ain't been in no movies. You got no specials. Why are we calling this man a legend?
Scruncho.
It's ridiculous. Type in Scruncho.
We're going to see if he comes up.
He's kind of doing the same thing, though, that you said about Ice Cube.
What do you mean?
You're like, respond back to me. Do it. Do it.
But I did.
Ice Cube.
But I responded back to him personally.
Yeah. You're like, come on, bro.
Is anything coming up?
Yeah, Anthony, movie actor.
Just click it. See what picture is there.
Anthony McKinney?
Show it. Put it up on the screen. Yeah, okay. You could Google a garbage man and his history comes up.
Well,
But have you seen this in anything?
Well, apparently he's been in something.
So, the cheap barbershop movies. Not the Ice Cube, but I mean like black exploitation type movies.
It's like a young Forrest Whitaker.
Out of here. But it's just, I'm just saying the point being, legend. Legend based on what? What have you done?
He's knockout kings of comedy.
Knockout kings of comedy.
See, he's getting known right, and you're giving him some credit right now. He was on Wildin' Out.
He's in How High? Did it say How High?
Dude, some of them movies, I guarantee you, are like one scene, couple lines.
Oh, yeah, probably.
You know how many people do that? Man, I was in this movie. Like they starred in it. You had one scene, 2 lines.
He played Baby Wipe. That's pretty legendary.
Come on, man. You see when people come up to me and go, man, you one of the GOATs. You a legend. I cringe at that. Because I go, yo, no, man. If you're going to throw around words like legend, if you're going to throw around words like iconic, yo, your body of work has to reflect that. Eddie Murphy is an icon. Eddie Murphy is a legend, a GOAT. Why? He's been in the business for 4 decades. He's made Paramount Pictures over $2 billion in revenue. He's famous the world over. That's legendary shit. That's iconic.
That's cool. It's a cool graphic.
Legend. That's hysterical. The legendary.
Dude, everybody has to sell themselves. What are you going to say? The mediocre?
Yes. Yes. Stop lying.
This guy?
Yeah.
All right.
And again, I'm not even going to sit here and say the man.
So this is not happening.
I'm not even going to sit here and say the man ain't funny. I'm just saying legend, though. Come on,
No,
man.
I understand what you're saying. This
Words.
has nothing to do with his comedy or his comedy ability. It has to do with his pronoun.
There you go. His pronoun game.
Well, this is at least better than I thought it was going to be. A little bit. It's not much, but it's not like a, open micer.
First Amendment stand-up, Martin Lawrence present. That's cool.
You know, I think one of the things about Jerry Seinfeld, you could kind of tell in interviews. I don't know if you want to say cocky or arrogant, but he almost gets offended if you don't know certain things. And when they show that famous clip of him on Larry King, and Larry King asks him, insinuates or asks him, he got canceled. You think they canceled my show, Larry? I was the #1 show on NBC. You really think I got canceled? I've done some things. Like he was almost bothered.
I think it's one of two things with him, though. And like if I said it to him, not even me, but if like a regular interviewer that isn't in comedy, that isn't, I think that it's like this. He had one job, and that's to know who he was interviewing.
Right.
And you're supposed to be this great interviewer. You have this big platform, and you say the word canceled to someone who ended their
Had
show.
the #1 show.
And it ended their show.
Right.
That's lazy, and I think that I really think that he has a problem with laziness, and that you're not putting any effort into.
Larry King doesn't give it.
But that's the thing, that don't do your show. I love this because
He's making money.
yeah, but the thing is, there's other things besides making money, and I love Jerry Seinfeld had many movie offers, and he didn't take them because he didn't think he's a good actor, and he wanted to be. He loves stand up, so that's what he does. That's how he doesn't need the money. He does the stand up that he wants to do. Larry David, who quit Seinfeld when it was still able to, he could have made millions more dollars if he would have stayed on Seinfeld. Then didn't want to do a show. Then did the HBO show Curb Your Enthusiasm. Took forever to finish it out because he didn't want to work. He didn't want to put his effort into it. He didn't do it till he put his effort into it, until he was ready to do it. So like there's certain people that have a mentality, and the reason those two work together, I think, either come equipped or don't come at all. And that's why I think that was personally offensive to Jerry Seinfeld. Like, I came here, you're going to talk to me, and you're not even going to know who I am?
Dude, see if you can pull up this clip.
Scruncho?
No, Seinfeld on, what's the dude name? Oh, one of the talk show hosts. Seth Meyers.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, it's the one where he goes, Jerry was talking about how he hates being on late night talk shows.
Yeah, because at one point he'd only do Letterman.
Does not want to be here. Oh, that one, Jerry. Can you turn it up? Put the mic on you and the volume. No, but I think is this?
Sound good. It sounds great, and this is very exciting. It's your first time on the show.
This is my very first time on this show, and well, we'll see what it is.
Okay.
Because Dave's gone.
Mm-hmm.
How long is this clip?
Dave's gone.
Done. Yeah.
Johnny's dead.
See, I wanted you to just get to the part where he says he can't stand being on talk shows.
Oh, I see you went on vacation. I heard you went on vacation. Well, where did he? You know what a pre-interview?
Right there.
Pre-interview.
No.
Yeah.
So.
We should explain. Yeah.
Do you know what a pre-interview is on a talk show? Here's how a talk show works. It looks like he and I are chatting, right? Oh, I see you went on vacation. I heard you went on vacation. Well, where did he hear that? His producer told him. Jerry has a joke about his vacation.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's all totally phony. And then I do my vacation bit about the plumbing in Cabo San Lucas, and it was
I say,
nightmare.
what? Oh, that sounds
my
terrible.
God,
Oh,
but
what?
Luckily, the nachos, good. And that's great, and that's fine when you're a new young comic or you're an actor or actress with nothing.
Right. For some people, the pre-interview is a very important piece of infrastructure.
You got to have it.
Yeah.
But
part.
I've done a few things.
Yeah.
And I feel like you want this job, right? You want to be
I want to be your
talk
guy.
show guy,
I'd love you to come here.
the
Yeah.
desk. So I think you should do the work.
Yeah.
Because here, let's just be completely candid. I did not call you to say, I'd love to be on your show.
Yeah,
I did not.
That is true.
Is that
That's
true?
That's not how it went down.
His people call. We would love, when could Jerry do it? And he did Comedians in Cars, so that was like, you owe me a little, which I don't.
Yeah.
I owe nothing to anyone.
No.
So you got to come on my show. I haven't got time for this. I don't really need it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
But they keep calling. It's people calling. I'm not making this up. They keep calling. Can you come on? So eventually I say, okay, fine. I will go on. So then what do you think his producer says? Says, well, what do you want to do? I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be on these shows.
I think that's good. I think now I will say, had you
Yeah, that's
gotten,
good.
past
A little snobbish.
That's also very Seinfeld-esque.
Yeah.
To kind of like analyze the thing like that.
But to you on the outside looking in, that don't come off kind of.
No, because I think it's part of comedy. Because
It's true.
It's true. It's kind of how I describe my job of opening up for you.
That you don't want to be there.
Well, no, when I say that what I'm here for, and you didn't pay for this anyway, and
Yeah.
the idea of it is breaking down the facade of what we're actually doing in life, and especially in entertainment. And does he want to be there? Is he want to be on the show? I love that.
No,
And I love that he
I
said
don't want
that.
to do anything.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything. And very few people. This is what, and I guess this is the other funny part about life. Very few people in life get to a point where they can do exactly what they want to do when they want to do it, and he's one of them. And and he still ends up doing some things that he doesn't want to do because people are calling you. So you know how you just said, "Hey, I'd love to get to the point where everybody
Right.
But then you get to the point where you want to have your life, and then everybody's still calling you. So there's comedy.
It's a good problem to have, though.
Yeah, but there's comedy in all that.
That was
I
from
think
10
that's
years
funny.
ago? Oh, I thought that was like a recent thing.
He looks better now than he did 10 years ago. I think there's a comedy in being honest. And I found it funny. I don't want to be here, but see, the audience feels the same way you did when he goes, "Well, I don't want to be here," and they went, "Aw," like that. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying that might come off kind of a certain way.
It comes out elitist almost.
But I mean, that's what Seinfeld was.
Yeah.
That was kind of the joke, because all of them are kind of to everybody else.
Yeah. The whole show's about, just being about yourself.
Yeah, they were selfish.
So yeah, I think it makes sense. I think it's funny though. I would love to be in.
But I'll say this, and I don't know, maybe it's because did I not watch Seinfeld enough? But he always felt much more likable on that show, where I get a different sense of him in real life.
I think that the show was likable, and his dysfunctionality you liked, and I think we could all appreciate in the way the show was set up. I think the reason it was successful is because it was about a little bit of selfishness, and we all have that selfishness in us. Now, to what level we take it is the difference. But I don't really think he does do some good things. So I don't know that he's 100% selfish. But I think that he didn't want to do those shows. He has no need to do those shows. Why do people do those shows?
To promote things.
What is he promoting?
Nothing.
So why would he want to be on that show?
What was his show about?
Nothing.
That was probably around the time of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, because
Yeah.
that was 10 years ago. Then
Yeah, he was doing
Maybe.
but he didn't have to promote the show.
But he said that he didn't want to do it regardless.
Yeah, he doesn't need to promote comedians.
But do you think
The part where he goes, I don't know you anything.
Yeah, I don't know anyone anything.
Anything.
And I think that's very fair. If you don't know anyone anything, what position are you in life?
But you think before, like when they're backstage, I bet Jerry's still like cool to talk to. Like
No,
he's not
I
like a
heard
dick.
he's not cool to talk to.
That's what
So
I'm
you
saying.
don't think Seth could have like came in before, was like, "Hey, that Jerry, thanks for doing it," and he
No,
was like
see,
a dick to him?
maybe he's cool with Seth.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to stage hands, no.
I'm not even saying the state. I think he's. I heard, as far as other comedians have said, he loves comedians, but he's just very flat, straightforward. There's no, some people have said that he's on the spectrum, very has some autistic tendencies, like some spectrum tendencies, where he says very directly how he feels, and I don't know that everybody can handle that. So I heard, comedy wise, his opinion on comedy is very distinct, and he doesn't have any problems with saying what his opinion is. And I don't think that always goes. When there's an interview, there's a Comedians of Cars where he's talking about the fact that he doesn't use any foul language in his act, and he says no, and he goes, and the guy goes, well, that's a lot harder to do, is to be funny and not use any foul language. And he goes, yes, definitely. Yes, it's very like doom, 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 doom. And, you know, other people would say that's not true. But is it true? You know, and his opinion is that's his opinion. So I think he's a very interesting person. I really do. I find him very interesting. I don't know that I'd want to hang out with him. I'd like to meet Larry David. I don't know that I would. I would like to meet Larry David because I believe that it would be interesting. And
I don't think it would be.
And I think I could walk away with it okay. Because I wouldn't want to talk to Larry David about comedy. I don't have anything else to talk to him about other than comedy.
You know, you think to feel somebody out and get a sense, you have to exchange words with them.
Yes.
See what they're saying, how they think. But I think there are some people, and maybe this is a talent, that give off an aura to where you just get the sense, don't go there. They don't want to be talked to. And I'm telling you, when I sat next to him on the plane from Miami back to L.A., Larry David. That aura. He had that aura, dude, where, you know, I even said to him, I was like, hey, man, I just want to let you know, one of the guys who's on your show, who I, you know, have done comedy with for a long time, JB Smooth, friend of mine. And that was it. I didn't even attempt to say nothing else. Certain dudes give off an aura, and I think Seinfeld gives off an aura.
I think Seinfeld does, but I think Larry David's. I have other things that I would talk to Larry David about than comedy. I don't know that I have what else I would talk to Seinfeld. I don't think he's the greatest comedian, but I think he's the greatest tactician of comedy that I can think of. He could break down any joke. He can put it together. He can rewrite it. I think that he's pretty, like, he sees things the way that I understand them.
I think if you were to joke around with both those guys, like, instead of, like, you know, trying to talk about comedy or something, it would have to be something completely different where you guys are kind of, like, playing with each other, like, you know, throwing out punchlines and shit, like making fun of something.
I think it would be. I think it would be very hard to get to that because dudes that season, they see through that.
Yeah, I don't think that you would have a conversation.
You're more seasoned than a lot of the people on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and he still jams. I mean, it's a show.
It's a show.
Yeah, and you go in there specifically for that.
I think, in real life, I think
real life is different, man. Especially if you don't know the person, they have to first get in. Yeah. And there's a way you can give off you not getting in energy.
I've already talked about this on the podcast, but you weren't here. But I don't know to what extent I talked about it. I got my cruel wake-up call lesson to one of my favorite comics in my top 5.
Dave Attell, right?
Yeah. And that was a lesson. And it was a much-needed lesson. And he just made me understand, you know, I didn't even understand because I didn't even realize what I was doing. But it was very obvious that if you're around comics, they don't want you to be a fan. They don't want you to be a comic. They want a person.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what's missing. I think when we talk about people the greatest, like Michael Jordan, if you're great at it, people want to go to what you're great at. This is very telling. I think that if you met Jordan and you went up to Jordan and go, man, I was at the game in 19 whatever, and it gives the dates.
He's tuning you out.
Yeah, you're
you
done.
Gotta, like, talk to him about his watch.
Yeah,
like, I'm thinking I gotta get one of those. Is that a 1970 whatever the fuck?
Yeah, but if you said I'm thinking about getting one of those, and he's wearing a piece that's like $350,000, there's very few people that afford a $350,000 watch. So he also knows you're there because they smell all this because people do this.
You know what I mean, though.
So yeah, I do know what you mean.
Talk about it,
but you remember that great dunk that he had. Jordan forgot that dunk, and the reason I know this is Larry David. They were talking. He said someone was talking to him about a bit, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't remember that." And in my head, I was like, it was something that was said on Seinfeld, and I go, "How do you not remember that? This was the greatest bit ever. He said this, and this happened, and this happened." I remembered it word for word, and he said he didn't. Yeah. And then I've done this thing for, you know, I don't know how many years now, but someone's asked me about a bit, and I went, "Oh, I don't remember my own bit. I remember Larry David's bit, but I don't even remember my own bit because I lived that." And once you live it, it's in you in a different way than being moved by it. There's a difference between living it and being moved by it. And we're on the outside being moved by their things, and they're tired of hearing about it. This guy, when you talk about Jordan, this guy goes everywhere and goes, "Hey, remember in Seinfeld? Hey." I mean, you're tuned out.
Right.
In terms of memory, though, I bet you'd be surprised. There'd be certain things that you remember, like, you know, you see hundreds of people every weekend. A year or two could pass, you could probably recognize some of those same people, or like, oh, no, like none of that.
I have really bad recognition and memory.
You don't
recall.
remember? Yeah, I remember you from that one time.
That happened. There's certain people I see in the crowd and I go, oh, yeah. But I know I'm sure I told this on the podcast, but yeah, I mean that same moment for Andy, for me, was when I hung out on the set of Beverly Hills Cop 3, and I'm in Eddie's tent, and I tried to be funny. And he saw right through that, and he was like, "Dude, you're doing material. Now, if you want to sit here and hang out, just hang out." But
you were trying shit?
Oh, dude, like I did a show called South of Sunset on CBS. It's when I first came to LA. It was an hour action cop drama, and my co-star was Glenn Fry from the Eagles. God rest in peace. And my stunt double was Eddie's stunt double on Beverly Hills Cop 3. So after one day of shooting, he goes, "Yeah, man, I got to go over to so-and-so and shoot Beverly Hills Cop 3. And it was that opening scene in Beverly Hills Cop 3 where Eddie goes into the chop shop. So they were shooting that night. And he goes, "You want to come with me?" I said, "Hell yeah." So we go. And at that time, I knew Eddie's bodyguard, Fruity. And so I see Fruity. And he goes, "Yo, what's up, Aries, blah, blah." I knew Fruity and Uncle Ray. And so Fruity goes, "Yeah, man, come on, hang out." So Eddie's in the trailer, the actual trailer. He's not out yet, but he's got big tables set up. Dude just playing cards and like that. Eddie comes out with his guitar, and he's just strumming his guitar, hanging out. Cut to, there was a moment where I was like, all right. And the whole time I'm there, I'm looking for a moment. I'm going, I gotta get in. I gotta do something.
How old were you?
Might have been 18, 19. And Eddie's sitting there and he's talking and shit. And finally, I took my moment. And I'm telling you, Eddie saw right through it. And he was like, hey, you doing material, man. And I was like, oh. But, that's what it is.
I just think that they're tired. They're tired of it. They're tired of it because, and what you said is they see through it.
Yeah.
I think we all try to think we can slide by, and because in our head, and I've said this to you before. I think we said this off the podcast. In your head, when you meet someone that has that effect in your life, you have this moment and this idea that you've had. If I met this guy, I'd say this, and we're going to become best friends.
Right? He gonna laugh like he this nigga right here. He gonna go for it and see how talented I am, and yeah.
And that's your version of the meeting.
Right.
Their version of the meeting is you say something, they don't really hear it, and they go, huh, and they walk away.
Reality cold and oh God.
But you guys get this too, like if you're around like comedians and like they kind of look up to you, or like
I don't have to worry about that.
No, like even you, like they have some like they know you have like some status or you've been doing comedy for a while. You could tell when you're talking to them, they're just like, you guys can see like when they're like running jokes.
Yeah.
They're trying to like, you're like, dude, you've thought of that before.
I certainly didn't understand the moment with Eddie when it happened. I felt deflated.
Yeah, you were young.
But cut to where I am now, I totally go, oh, what the was I doing?
I wonder though if Eddie Murphy got that at one point in his life. From a group of comics, because there were older comics that he came up in front of.
Well, but remember, Eddie was on SNL at 19.
I know.
And turned into a star by 20.
Yeah. And
a major star by 20. So who's he looking up to?
Well, at the time, he was looking up to Seinfeld. He talked about that. That's what's the greatest thing about this comedy thing, though. Eddie's looking up to Seinfeld. Seinfeld has a great career, happy. Eddie pops, boom, goes up, becomes this highest paid dude.
Right.
And then, and you're Seinfeld. And you're like, this guy was talking to me one day as like this little kid, and now he's the biggest.
Well, I remember the story Eddie told was Seinfeld was at Dangerfields, and his car was parked out front.
Yeah.
And Eddie's just going with some other comics. Man, I wonder if I could get a car like this one day.
Yeah. Comedy paid for this? That's what he's comedy.
Yeah.
You got this with comedy.
And now Eddie bigger than all them motherfuckers.
But then Eddie goes on and becomes big, and then he's doing his movies, and then Seinfeld pops. It has the biggest.
Right.
There's no rules to this. That's what people. That's why we stick it out, because we don't know when our lottery ticket's going to be.
And
called.
then you got to hear dudes like Jamie Masada, who's never done comedy but owns a comedy club, go, buddy, it take 10 years for you to become a good comic. There's no rules to this.
Yeah, I think it's going to take me 25.
That's a good general rule.
10 years?
That's what they say about everything. 10 years to be anything, to be good.
Yeah. Let me read this last one. It's short. What I tell you? Who knew? It's one of the greatest stories ever told. Hey, kid, you're too dirty. I don't know. You got to clean up your act. Cut to, I'm in Caesar's Palace, taking a piss next to Rodney Dangerfield. Looks over and goes, hey, who knew? Santa Irene X from Dallas, Texas. How come you won't come to Dallas? Hey, Aries. Sweetie, I'm in Dallas every year.
Twice. Addison and Arlington.
Arlington.
Yeah.
Prime Roy Jones versus... Ooh, the gas. Prime Roy Jones versus Canelo. That can't even be a serious question. Prime Roy Jones will mop the shit out of Canelo. Sugar Ray Robinson versus Sugar Ray Leonard. Now that's a good one. Even though I'm going to give it to Sugar Ray Leonard. Wesley Snipes or Don Cheadle? Snipes. Do you think Hugh Hefner would have made a good president? Andy?
No.
Too much, right?
Why would you give up being a president? And could you imagine the things that they would come out that he did?
Oh, my goodness. Move over, Bill Clinton, hold my beer.
But the parties with the
At the White House?
that they would with the people that came in from the other countries, we would be the most. They couldn't wait to come.
Man. Gorbachev, did you hear about the party being thrown at the White House by Hefner?
Maybe we would have had world peace.
Man, you know what I mean? Too busy.
Yeah,
Don't push the nuclear button. I'm going to America to get sucked.
we're gonna have world peace because I'm going to America to get a peace.
Me a piece. We must have world peace so I can get a piece. Oh, God.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Maybe it would have worked out well.
Yeah.
Is that a show?
Instead of a presidential suit, is in a bathrobe. Just addressing the union.
There would have to be
Undressing the union.
and here's how it goes. You're standing there and you can see them and they're like from here up because everybody's getting blown.
That's crazy.
And the world outlook is looking pretty good for hold on.
Right. It's looking hilarious.
Dates. Guys, we won't be here, we'll be there, right? Yeah, because this is for that one. Okay, so here we go. We should be at this. It should have been done at the Stress Factory. We're going to be at Mic Drop. We're going to be at August 7th through the 9th. We're at Mic Drop Comedy Club in San Diego. August 15th through the 17th, we're at Bricktown Comedy Club in OKC. August 22nd through the 24th, Tacoma Comedy Club in Tacoma, Washington. August 28th through the 31st, Helium Comedy Club in Philly. That's a switcheroo on the date, so we're in Philly. September 5th through the 6th, we're going to be at the Hartford Funny Bone in Manchester, but it's actually the Hartford Funny Bone. We'll be there September 5th through the 6th. September 12th through the 13th, Funny Bone in Kansas City, Missouri. September 18th through the 20th, Hyenas Comedy Club. First time there, Albuquerque, New Mexico. September 25th through the 28th, Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Pizza time. And October 3rd to the 5th, Funny Bone in Orlando, Florida. One more. October 9th through the 11th, Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton, Wisconsin. How about that? There we go. Those are some shows. Guys, as always, you can go hear Aries, all his dates at ariespears.com, and you can get all the upcoming dates. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Mark, you got anything? No, and I didn't get one for the last one either, so we got to get both those. Mark, got anything? You in silence?
No, I'm just going to be waiting for the Scruncho response video.
The legend.
Well, that would be great if it was a legendary response from Scruncho. There you go. That's the show, guys.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit spearsburgpod.com.